So in just about a week, we're going to be getting the new GTA Online summer DLC updates. And even though this DLC seems like it may be on the smaller side, Rockstar is still going to be adding a lot of content. So in today's video, I'm going to be giving my thoughts on how much I think you guys are going to need for the new DLC updates. Before we get into it, if you guys aren't already, make sure to be subscribed and put up post notifications. We're going to be having tons of content regarding this new DLC updates to GTA Online. So the way Rockstar so far has described this update, it sounds a lot like the summer special DLC that we got back in 2020. Basically, they added about 15 new vehicles, quality of life changes, and a few missions, and it seems like that's what we also may be getting here. So let's first start off with vehicles, which is going to be the most expensive part of this DLC update. Taking a look at the latest DLC, which is the contract, Rockstar added 17 new vehicles, with 7 of them being available on day 1 and the rest of them released in event weeks. And then for the tuners update, Rockstar added a total of 72 vehicles as well, with 10 of them being available on day 1. And for the Rico Heist DLC, Rockstar added a total of 20 vehicles with 9 available on day 1. So for the total amount of vehicles in this update, it's probably going to be around 15 to 20 new vehicles. And Rockstar most likely is going to release about 7 to 10 on the first day, with the rest of them being in the drip fed contents. So when it comes to how much you're going to need for these vehicles, Rockstar usually has vehicles priced around 800,000 to about maybe 3 million. So the price of each vehicle is going to be around like 1.8 million. And some vehicles maybe even more than 3 million if Rockstar decides to add some war stock vehicles like new airplanes, helicopters, etc. Now, of course, we also have to add the customization of each vehicle, which I would say is going to be around $600,000, but it could be a little bit higher for some vehicles if there are some special weapons or if Rockstar adds some new upgrades and stuff like that. So in total for day 1, if Rockstar adds about 8 new vehicles, you're going to need a total of $19.2 million, so about $20 million if you want to buy all the vehicles on day 1 and upgrade them. And for the drip fed vehicles, it's probably going to be around the same price, but I would focus mainly on the day 1 vehicles since you can just grind for the drip fed vehicles every week doing a heist or something like that. Now for weapons, we know that we're going to be getting at least 2 new ones thanks to leaks, and those are the tactical rifle and the precision rifle. Now usually Rockstar does make new weapons pretty expensive. If we take for example the stun gun that was added in the contract DLC, that was $100 in story mode, but now for some reason in GTA Online it's about $400,000. So for most new weapons in the DLC, it's going to be $300,000 plus. But since these are heavy rifles, I would say Rockstar might make it a little bit more expensive. So I would say that each of these rifles are going to be around $400,000, so about $800,000 in total. And if you want to include upgrades for both of those, I would say around $50,000 each, so about I would say $900,000 in total when it comes to both of these new weapons. Now for new businesses and properties, even though it seems like we may not be getting any new properties, we potentially still could. Obviously we've seen that with the Los Angeles tuners. Rockstar didn't say a word about auto shops, and boom, there we go, day 1 auto shops release. So we could be seeing something similar here. But if Rockstar does release a new property, I would say it's going to be around $2 million for the base price, and then when it comes to fully upgraded, it's going to be around like $5 million. Now we actually do know 2 properties that Rockstar is going to be adding in this update, but these are high-end garages that will have 13 vehicle slots each, 10 for vehicles and 3 for bikes. So Rockstar will be adding 2 of them in this update. So if Rockstar adds these 2 new high-end garages, then it's going to be around $200,000 each. Now Rockstar is also most likely going to be adding some new clothing items, accessories, and more. So I would say in total, I mean, Rockstar usually adds like a few clothing pieces here and there, a few new face paints maybe, hairstyles, all that. So I would say in total, if you want to get all of that, it's probably going to be around $2 million or a little bit less than that. It just really depends how much Rockstar adds, but usually it's relatively a lot. So I would say again about $2 million. So to wrap it all up, if you want to buy all the vehicles on day 1 and customize them all, and also get both new weapons, the 2 new high-end garages, and all the clothing, weapons, and accessories, you're going to need about $25 million, which I would say is actually not too bad. And if you're struggling to get money for this update, the best thing you could do is definitely grind some Rico Heist, and if you want to, even the casino heist as well, since diamonds are back this week. And if you want to as well, definitely sell some of your vehicles that you don't use anymore, and also check out the ongoing bonuses. So that's all for this video. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, then make sure to drop a like. Again, we'll be having tons of content regarding this new GTA Online and summer DLC updates. We're going to be taking a look at all the new vehicles, the weapons, the quality of life changes, and more. So to not miss any of that, make sure to be subscribed and have on post notifications, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.